What's up, Nomad Nation? You've got Godfather. I am one third of your Nomad Gamers. It is Tuesday. We have started yet another week. So, you know, it is Talking Tuesday. If you are watching me over on Facebook, over on Kick, or over on Twitch, I want to say thank you very much. You have found Godfather or Godfather09. What I need you to do is I need you to hit that follow button. At least over on Facebook, what I need you to do is turn on your notifications. That way, every time that I come live at you, you are being notified. Now, if you are watching me over on YouTube, thank you very much. You have found the home of the Nomad Gamers, where every Saturday, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, my other two co hosts join me. And I'm going to tell you right now, the vibe in the Shire changes instantly. You need to come check us out. You need to go over to our Facebook page, give a follow there as well. Finally, or not finally, I got one more after that. TikTok, you can find me at Godfather1. That is Godfather1. I am uploading new content every single day. Go on over there, take a look, see what I am doing, and we will go from there. Now, if you want to talk with your favorite uh, Nomad gamer,
Change.
it's Godfather1.
Did you change it back?
Yes. If you want to talk with your favorite Nomad gamer, right here, www.discord.com. Search for your Nomad Gamers, spelled like it is right here. Do what you have to do to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, look on the left-hand side of the page. Scroll down to where you see General, and you should see Godfather, Fireball, and or Zanar Crest Rider in there. Got our first one already. Gaming Utopia. It's been a while since I've seen you, dude. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot's up with me. What is up with you? All right, so we got all this out of the way. It is now. How many of you out there saw my video about the announcement I did on Nomad Gamers about my background? We'll explain some more of that here in just a second. Oh, okay, cool. Just got done reaching around 50 zombies, BO7. That is awesome. All right, it's time for the famous what is my background? Then I will give you all the rules that go along with this. So here we go. What is this background right here? What game is this from? You got like a little bridge there. You got an upside down car right over there. You've got some cover there and on the other side, up over there. You've got some fires, some barrels. Yeah, it looks like an older game. And I think it is. So if you know the answer to this or you want to get in on the fun, go ahead and comment on any of the social medias at the bottom of the page here. And uh, that will get you into the contest. No, it is not Fallout 1. All right, so if you missed the background, you can rewind after the show and see it. Let me get to. I need to pull up something else. No, it is not Fallout 1. Um, but just hold on a minute because the rules will get you. Okay, so for 8 weeks, it's going to be guess the background. Okay, I've wiped the slate clean. There is no points yet. If you could tell me what the name of the game is, that is a point. If you can tell me what uh what game it's from, what number in the franchise it is, there's your second point. And then an optional 3 points if you can tell me the system. Now, there are some out there where there is multiple gaming consoles and the PC. If you can name me all of those, you will get all of those points. Game, the number in the franchise, and the console that it came out on. You have at least 3 base points and added points for if you can tell me all of the systems in between. All right. So there we are. There are the rules. I'm going to tell you now, they are not easy. This took me, oh boy, took me about 2 hours to figure out what to put for my backgrounds. I have all 16 of them set. All 16 are already done. They're all sitting in a folder on my computer, all locked away. So there you go. All right, so tonight we have some news on Arc Raiders, Elder Scrolls 6. They finally said something about it. Uh Fireball said this on the Nomad Gamers not too long back, but we're going to be talking about the RAM prices going up. There's a Fallout 4 update we need to get into. There's a Pokemon Go update we're going to get into. Games coming and going from the PS Plus. Everybody here probably already knows this. But tonight is Fallout night. Season 2 premieres at the conclusion of Talking Tuesday. And then we have some more news on the Grand Theft Auto 6 firings. Was it union busting or was it giving away company secrets? We'll get into all that here in just a second. Arc Raiders devs are uplifted by how kind, oh, look at that, how kind players have been to one another, but admit we're way worse people than the community when it comes to engaging in PvP. Now, if you remember last Thursday, I had Samurai on, and Samurai is a huge Arc Raider fan. And he was telling us all the things that he loves about this game. And I won't lie, the game looks amazing. It does. Some of the things that this article was telling me makes me want to at least dabble my toes into it. Doesn't mean I will, just means that I want to. Uh, when I first went topside in Arc Raiders, I was convinced that it would go down similarly to Tarkov. No talking, just fighting. But I was pleasantly surprised when I found this to not be the case at all. Well, I've seen enough of Tarkov because Fireball plays it all the damn time. I have went and I have looked at some gameplay of Arc Raiders. They're almost similar to a point. But the part that I found to be interesting was Arc Raiders has managed to find itself in a sweet spot for PvPvE, where a shared hatred of arcs and agreed for the loot binds strangers together. You remember last week when oh hell, I forgot his name already. Samurai. When Samurai was telling us how he was running all over the place and he was more concerned with the loot than what he was about almost anything else. And this is almost telling us the same thing. Resulted in some truly brilliant cooperative plays, something that the devs weren't 100% sure that they would see. I find it interesting that Arc Raiders can have this collaboration between PvP VE, and you don't have that with a game like, let's say, Red Dead Redemption 2. That's almost the same as what they're describing here. Or with Grand Theft Auto 5. We all know that in the early days of Fallout 76, there was a lot more PvP that went on than what it does now. They kind of nerfed that down in Fallout 76 to the point to where you have to turn around and you have to actively engage the person hitting you before they hit you with everything that they got. If they're hitting you and you're just walking away from them, I think it takes one or two hit points from you at every time you get hit. And at that rate, it would take them over an hour of continuously hitting you before your health would run down. Anytime you push a game out into the world and see the community play it, the way that they engage with it is often surprising. It is very surprising. I've heard that from multiple developers. Robert Samlin, art director at Embark, told PC Gamer in an interview this week, I think internally we were hoping that we would strike this balance of having people almost apprehensive on how they're going to interact with other people. That there is this tension, this underpinning of threat, but also the greater exterior threat with the arcs would perhaps invite these sorts of cooperative scenarios. From what Samurai said, they've pretty much done this. It's pretty much struck that even keel. If you remember, Samurai also told us that there are some jerks out there. There are some griefers who just run around and act like assholes, but you have that in any game. Oh, let's see what else. You rarely see this kind of cooperation in extraction shooters, very rarely, especially considering players actually benefit from others dying, as it means they can loot their corpse for worthwhile items. That blows my mind right there. It is a feature of the community that I really hope doesn't change too much. You see, uh, Dakota Novell or Samurai, he has just now commented, said, the update is pretty awesome. When I was doing research uh, for Talking Tuesday, I seen one that said that the update was horrible. So I'm seeing something from Gamer Rant saying it's horrible, and then I'm seeing something from an actual player that I wholeheartedly trust saying the update is pretty awesome. So with him saying that, I'm going to say that the update's probably pretty damn good. Oh, you're gonna have to excuse me. I got something going on, a head cold or some damn thing. That's probably why I sound a little off tonight. Oh, we've got some figures on how many people have been downed by another player, and they were surprisingly low. I knew they could do that, but there's also quite a different experience in playing with a squad or solo. I think that also opens up for a different experience depending on how you choose to engage the game. That is with any game. It really is. And you know, once you kind of evolve as a gamer, that's when this comes into effect. How you choose to engage with the game. You're going to be a wrecking ball. Are you going to go in and learn as much as you can about the storyline? Are you going to go see all the sites? What are you going to do with that game? But while I've had a lot of pleasantry, memorable, if I could talk right, moments with randos and arc raiders, I've also witnessed the dark side of the alleged aggression based matchmaking, as I have been placed in some truly evil lobbies. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows when raiding arcs, especially if you decide to enter the newest map, Stella Montez. Hold on, we got some comments. Let's get to our comments real quick. That's what makes Talking Tuesday so great. Dakota came back. Yeah, it can do. Yeah, it can one of two ways. We can nod head and go about our business, or we can see who is the better shot. I love it. That is that's how most of these games get down. Maybe not with the head nod, but you're going to find out who's the better shot probably within the first couple seconds. Uh, I guess some maps are geared more towards PvP than PvP VE. I guess the new map is more towards the PvP side of the house. All right. That is about it for our Arc Raiders session. And I was looking over some of the comments just now, and I don't know. Here's one for you. I just happened to look down. It said this player has over 200 hours in this game, and there are far more hostile people than those who want to work together. Why even make an article like this? Did you even play the game before writing this? So again, your experience is going to differ. I see what he's saying though. This is making it sound like the community just kind of does their thing, and the comment says, "Not so fast." Oh, what's next on our list? Man, I wish Zanar Crestwriter was in here. I really, really do. Let me see if he is on. He is. Let me message that boy real quick. Maybe he will jump in. Because this is right down his alley. You know what that means? That means I have to turn on general voice chat for Discord. I forgot I wasn't in it. All right, so the Elder Scrolls 6 is progressing very well, said Todd Howard. Everyone wishes it could go faster. It could, but it's a process that we want to get right. I think Todd Howard has learned from his experience with Fallout 76. And before we get into any of this, he wishes it could go faster. Well, you shelved this to put out Starfield. So you're already somewhat talking out of turn here. Just after just a month after Bethesda creative honcho Todd Howard said the Elder Scrolls 6 is the everyday thing that developers at the studio are now working on. He said it again in a chat with Game Informer, but this time he added one very important note. It's going good. It's progressing really well, Howard told GI. The majority of the studios on TES 6, but I'll say this, we always overlap. He's getting himself an out here. So we're very used to overlapping development, and we have long pre productions on things so that we feel good about them. And it's a process. We all wish it went a little bit faster or a lot faster, but it's a process that we want to get right. A little backstory on this game. They announced it back on during E3 of 2018. 18. You're hearing me right here. Since then, it's not like they've been sitting on their hands idle. They launched Starfield. I just want everyone to remember that. Uh, it's true. We all do wish that not just for the next Elder Scrolls adventure, but video games in general. But Elder Scrolls 6 holds a special place in our hearts in that regard because Bethesda announced it on June 10th, 2018, which, for the benefit of anyone without a calendar, was 7 goddamn years ago. And we've heard precisely zip about it since, except occasional acknowledgments that yes, a new Elder Scrolls game will be released someday. That seems to be all we get. Someday. Leaks. We get just a little glimmer of hope. I'm not even an Elder Scrolls player, but my heart goes out to them. That's a whole lot of time to hear nothing about your favorite game. That's why people tend to leap at little tidbits like this. Tiny though, they may be, it's something. And that's more than we've what the and that's more than we've forgive me, this is them writing, not me. Since the existence of the Elder Scrolls 6 was first confirmed. To put things in perspective, that happened at E3. Remember when that was a thing? I wish it was still, but it's not. The year before, Keanu Reeves made us all swoon with "You're breathtaking." But Howard wasn't the only Bethesda higher up to comment on the situation this time around. Studio designer director Emil, I can't even say that last name, also chimed in to say it's going and to remind everyone that delayed is temporary, but stuck is forever. Maybe one of these days you'll see the Elder Scrolls 6 drop. Uh, Here's a paragraph that I was talking about earlier, and they say it a little bit better than I did. I certainly hope so, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it, but TES 6 has some hurdles to overcome. Personally, I was tired of the formula by the time of Skyrim, the first mainline Elder Scrolls game since Arena that I haven't finished. I've never played it. But the bigger issue is Bethesda's previous release, Starfield, a decent Elder Scrolls in space style game that fell far short of expectations because Bethesda has abandoned it, for lack of better terms. That relative flop surely gave Bethesda an awful lot to think about and may very well be playing a role in our long await for what comes next. I don't agree with this paragraph at all. Starfield was not a flop. Starfield was only a flop in the minds of the individuals out there who tried to take Starfield and compare it to Fallout. For people out there who took Starfield and compared it to the Elder Scrolls. You can't do either. You have to separate them. Starfield was a game all on its own. It was its own title. There was 1,600 planets in that game. And to date, we are only using 7. You have 3 factions in that game. We're only using 2. You see a little bit of the House of Varun when you are going through the main storyline. A fraction. You don't really run into them out in space. I have my suspicion on where they would be, but they don't come right out and tell you where the fuck they're at. So an article like this and a paragraph like this, I'm sorry, but it pisses me off every time I read about it because they keep comparing an orange to an apple. They just do. Who cares if Bethesda made Elder Scrolls? Who cares if they made Starfield? Who cares if they made Fallout? That'd be like comparing Battlefield 6 to Madden. Oh, we can compare it to Madden because EA made them both. No, you can't. You can't do it. And like I said, excuse me, I have a cough. I got something going on with my throat. My throat's real scratchy, but whatever. I'll just keep drinking Pepsi. It makes it feel better. All right. Elder Scrolls. It's gone. Make sure I stay on topic here. I am. All right. So if you watched the Nomad Gamers about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, Fireball brought up this whole thing about RAM prices going up. Samsung has jacked up its DDR5 RAM prices by more than 100% amid an ongoing crisis. We all know what that crisis is. You don't have to be from one country, it's a worldwide crisis. We know what it is. In the midst of the ongoing PC component crisis, tech giant Samsung has quickly doubled the price of DRAM, I'm sorry, that it manufactures for various brands, bringing the contract price close to $20 on parts like DDR5 RAM. Ergo, PC part shoppers will be stuck paying premiums on essential components, as Samsung has stated that the sudden price spike is due to the company having no DRAM stock left. We all knew this was coming. We just did. Uh, I'm gonna keep going down just to see what the hell. Taiwanese media DRAM price surge shows no sign of stopping. According to reports from Taiwanese media, Samsung has abruptly raised the DDR5 contract price to $19.50, bringing it close to $20. This figure represents an increase of more than 100% compared to the previous. Why do I bring this up? Because these are in all of your consoles, these are in your PCs. So if you break something out there, or if you want more memory for your laptop, it's going to almost double in price. I think Fireball said he was looking at just over $100 for 3 sticks. And he went back and checked again, and that number had grown to over $300. And Fireball said, absolutely not. He wasn't doing it. So if you are out there and you're trying to figure out why your PC went up in price or why uh, memories went up in price, this is why. Head on over to GameRant.com. It's right near the top. Take a look for yourself. If you're building a PC, this probably makes more sense to you than it does to me. The next subject on our list is what we've been talking about steadily since about September, October. Fallout 4. Fallout, we're going to have a couple things about it tonight, but Fallout 4, they just did an update to it. The anniversary edition is no different than the regular edition. It's just not. Like I've stated on previous Talking Tuesdays and previous Thirsty Thursdays, the only reason why I would get an anniversary Fallout 4 is if there was a jewel case that came with it. If I had something to have my hands on and be able to proudly uh, hang on the wall or use it as a trophy. That's about the only way I could do it. Bethesda has released a brand new Fallout 4 update for December 2025, but fans on one particular platform aren't happy. This is because the latest Fallout 4 update is missing one crucial feature that Bethesda had promised fans on Xbox. Oh, wow. I thought it'd be PlayStation, but Xbox Series XS, and players are responding in turn by letting the developer know how they feel. Hey, there's Crest Rider. You're not telling us anything new. The Anniversary Edition is just another way of marketing their complete game with some small amount of creation content added. He is not wrong. And I've said that in the past. It was last month, by the way, that they launched it. Uh, Bethesda posted the patch notes online for the December 2025 Fallout 4 update. At a glance, it does seem to address many of the issues that arose when Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition was released, including solving issues with the missing Creation Bundles add on for Steam. The game will now also recognize Creation Club content when loading save files from older builds of Fallout 4. On top of this, the patch notes also claim to have resolved crashes related to downloading creations, which Bethesda highlights was particularly prevalent on the PlayStation 4 and 5. There are a bunch of other fixes addressed minor issues, making it a small but important update for Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Listen, the Anniversary Edition is no different than the regular edition. It just isn't. Same with Fallout 3 and same with Fallout New Vegas. Unless that you give me a jewel case that I can use uh, to put on a shelf or some kind of trophy for it, why go out and spend the money on it when I already have it? Oh yeah, almost like Fireball's helmet. We all know that. Oh, let's see. Pokemon Go, you're getting the New Year's event unlocks a special bonus, encounters, and rewards for a limited time. Now we've all went back, and if you go back on some of my other episodes, you hear that I am a Pokemon player. I love that game. I think that game's amazing. It was getting kind of boring and kind of bland when they wouldn't change anything up. But since that last update, they have been changing things up. They have been including other things into the game. Oh, let's see what else is going on with them. Pokemon Go revealed its upcoming New Year's Eve, or I'm sorry, New Year's event for players and highlighted all the bonuses and details to expect, including unique costumed pocket monsters to encounter as a live service title for mobile users. Uh, then I can't say the damn name. Niantic is considering is constantly adding new features and seasonal content to keep Pokemon Go players logged in often. This also includes special holiday events that come around only once a year. Whew! They need to continue to do this, even without a holiday. Because between Memorial Day, the 4th of July, 4th of July to Labor Day, it gets pretty damn boring. And I told you before, it almost seems like as you did those quests, those researches, you got the same crap all the time. It got boring. December 2025 as a whole is already proving to be a busy month for players. Earlier this month, Pokemon Go held its annual end of the year community day, bringing back various Pokemon from the entire year and giving players another chance to catch them. December 2025 in Pokemon Go also features plenty of other limited time events from max raid battles, which I do not like, against the likes of Dharmaka and Cryogonal, More 5-star raids, as well as a new special spotlight events to check out, as expected. An attack, or whatever their name is also bringing back a special New Year's event for players to take part in. So if you are a Pokemon Go player, head on over to Pokemon, start playing. There is plenty to do right now. All right. Well, I told you guys I got to take a lot of drinks. Uh, I didn't think this was going to be taxing, but yeah, it's ooh, it's something else right now. So PS Plus Extra and Premium just added new games for December. The new games being added to the Plus, Extra, and Premium tiers are as follows: Assassin's Creed Mirage for the PS4 to PS5. Wolong Fallen Dynasty PS4, PS5. Thank you for the like, by the way. I appreciate it. Planet Coaster 2 PS5. Cat Quest 3 PS4, PS5. Lego Horizon Adventures PS5. Paw Patrol Grand Prix PS4, PS5. Paw Patrol World PS4, PS5. Soul Calibur 3 PS2. That's the PS2 edition. PS Plus Premium. So if you're into any of those games, go ahead and log on to your PlayStation Now and get to downloading them. Have fun. All right, so about a month or two back now, it's been about that long now. News broke that Rockstar had fired like 33 employees from their Grand Theft Auto 6 project. And at the time, everyone was accusing them of trying to union bust. That is Rockstar. Well, now more information is coming to light. I found an article on Game Rant that says they have no idea who was in this Discord. So Discord's in the middle of this now. Rockstar comments on GTA 6 developer firings again. This may not be a good idea, Rockstar. Let sleeping dogs lie. Rockstar Games has addressed a recent wave of Grand Theft Auto 6 developer firings, sharpening its official explanation for why the staff were dismissed, with more detailed allegations, all of which the union involved in this case denies. The central issue of the ongoing dispute is whether the GTA 6 developers were fired for trying to unionize or because they leaked company secrets. We are never going to know definitively which one it is. Just so everyone out there is aware, we will never know for sure which one it is. The late October 2025 purge resulting in 34 terminations, with 31 employees from the UK and the remaining 3 at the game maker's Toronto studio. At the time, Rockstar said that GTA 6 developers were fired for leaking company secrets via a private Discord server operated by the Independent Workers Union of Great Britain. That union rejected that claim as baseless. I wonder why. Retorting that the firings were a clear case of union busting. Okay. A subsequent report by People Make Games interviewing an IWGB rep revealed select messages that may have gotten some GTA 6 developers fired, including an example of a staffer posting an auto generated transcription of an email on Slack policy changes in possible violation of company policies. So here we go again with the he said, the she said. If you go down this article and it's on Game Rant, you can go ahead and go take a look and you can make your own opinion on this. But if you go down, uh, at this point, I don't know who's in the right. I really don't care who's in the right. It's done. It's over. Let's let the sleeping dogs lie and let's move on instead of having GTA 6 delayed again. Forget all the rest of the background noise. Just get her fucking taken care of. All right. With that being said, I know you guys are going to be out there crying as soon as I say this, but Talking Tuesday is, in fact, coming to an end. Uh, so let's talk about this week. Tomorrow night, I will be gaming 7:30 p.m. to roughly 9:30 p.m. We'll be doing some more Grand Theft Auto 5. We'll be doing we're going to continue to try and get our Acid Lab. I think we have one or two missions left to go on it. Uh, then after we do that, we'll go down to the car wash. We'll go down to the Healy tours. We'll go down to the weed farm, the counterfeit, or the illegal documents. We'll start running our criminal empire and doing our thing. If you want in on any and all of that fun, go over to Discord. Go to our general chat about 7:30. Let me know what your gamer tag is. I will invite you over into the invite only server. And then, of course, we have Thirsty Thursday on Thursday night. So that's where we're at until Thursday. So, in the good words of my good friend, Santiago Cirillo, your negativity cannot break me. You're beautiful just the way you are. If you're out there playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching Talking Tuesday. Until tomorrow evening at 7:30. Peace and love.